When the US Federal Reserve increases interest rates, it means that these countries will be in trouble to be able to provide, the public services people need. It's the same as the families feel it. If interest rates go up and you have a loan, so you need to devote more money to pay the loan than to the other needs that you have. And that's exactly what happens in the countries. It means that their economies will slow down. It means hunger. It means people won't make it to the end of the month.
And it could also mean political unrest.
Absolutely, because if governments don't have the money to provide for the priorities of the services for their people, and peoples are unhappy because their demands cannot be met, it means the political system suffer, democracies suffer, and there is more stability and social instability around the world.
Would you like to see the developed world, the United States and Europe, start to tolerate a little bit higher inflation rate because the consequences of trying to bring down inflation just a little bit more could be dire for the rest of the world, especially the developing world and emerging economies?
Wow, it's a very good question, James. Why 2% of inflation is the target? Why not 3%? And that will already make a difference. It will already spur some pain. Yes? And I think that question has to be answered.
How seriously do you take calls from organizations like the UN, for instance, that are saying, stop, pause, stop sending the global economy into a tailspin?
We pay a lot of attention into how the US monetary policy affects the world because then it bounces back on the US economy. We were created by the US Congress. We work for the American people. Our job is to dial in monetary policy for the benefit of the American people to achieve the dual mandate that we've been assigned. So we're not optimizing monetary policy for the world. We're optimizing it for the United States. But these feedback loops matter for what happens in America. And that's what guides our decisions.
When do global problems become too great to ignore for you?
Well, we don't ignore them. But when there are disruptions abroad, we analyze that, we factor that in our analysis. And the strengthening dollar, it's not our goal, but it is causing imports to be cheaper. So it's helping on the margin inflation in America. We analyze all this, but ultimately we have to get inflation back down.